my mind. I can be that I wanna be. I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Sorry.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be. I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be. I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Holy name university.
I wanna be. Open my mind. I can be that I wanna be.
Realizing
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the InFocus series of Holy Name University, brought to you live from the Marketing and Advertising Office of Holy Name University. Welcome to InFocus. Welcome to our avid fans, our followers in the Holy Name University official Facebook page, to our administrators, the SBD fathers, the deans, faculty, and staff of Holy Name University. This afternoon, the focus is on the Project SPARTA, which will be explained later. And with us in Zoom are the members of the ad hoc technical working group created by the Office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs. They will be introduced later, especially during the open forum. So we are very pleased to have our distinguished guest, our speaker, our resource person, straight from the Development Academy of the Philippines, SPARTA Project, the Deputy Program Manager. So may I give you Professor Jer to welcome our guest this afternoon. She is the Dean of, sorry, she is the head of the BPED and the BSNED, BPED and BED programs of the College of Education. Hold on, BSN. So you have the virtual floor, Professor Jer.
Thank you, Ma'am Vera. Good afternoon, Sir Nico. Good afternoon, committee members as well. Good afternoon to everyone who is watching us over Facebook. No. Um, just like the others, I am also excited to know about what this Sparta is about. I have come across the website. I have gone over the list of courses, but as to the details, I am not really yet much knowledgeable about it. So I'm very excited. And with that excitement, I welcome everyone. I hope we have the same excitement, or if not more, higher level of excitement than me, so that, we can work towards, I think this is for a better university, for a better Philippines. So with that, we welcome you, everyone, especially our guests. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. At this point, may I share the welcome, the message of Father Lero during the, let me find it, during the signing of the MOA, the ceremonial signing of the MOA during the, with Project Sparta and the Holy Name University. Hold on.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hold on, let me
Holy Name University is honored
let me
to be
pause that.
recognized as one of the educational partners of the Development Academy of the Philippines in the implementation of the Smarter Philippines through data analytics, research and development, training and adoption, or SPARTA project. This is a concrete manifestation that HNU is true to its vision of trailblazing excellence in educating servant leaders. Cognizant on the role of data science and analytics in making the Philippines a smarter country, HNU commits herself to the project by carrying out what is expected of her as a partner institution. Aligned with our existing academic programs, and of HNU being a member of the Local Governance Training and Research Institute's Philippine Network, this partnership will further expand and contribute to the university's relevance to the community and to the governance system at the local and even national level. Knowledge that will be gained by our students on the courses offered and which will translate to relevant and high-impact capstone projects will obviously result to significant outcomes on the students themselves, on the university as a learning institution, and ultimately to the Philippines as a country. I would like to thank the Development Academy of the Philippines and the Department of Science and Technology for this opportunity, and thus assured that Holy Name University is one with you in this endeavor. Again, good afternoon, and thank you.
That was Father President during the ceremonial signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between Holy Name University and Project Sparta Philippines. So without further ado, may I give you our resource person, our speaker, who will be talking about Project Sparta to us straight from the Sparta Project, DAP. So without further ado, let's welcome Sir Mr. Nico Ms. Visperas from Project Sparta. Sir, the virtual floor is yours.
Hello po, maraming salamat po and magandang hapon po sa ating lahat, to our deans, to our technical working group. Maraming salamat po for inviting Project Sparta to this initiative, and I hope that I'll be able to give you more details about Project Sparta. So let me start my presentation. So Project Sparta, it means Smarter Philippines through data analytics, research and development, training, and adoption. So this is mainly funded and monitored by the Department of Science and Technology through its attached agency, Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development, and implemented mainly by the Development Academy of the Philippines, together with the Analytics Association of the Philippines and CORSPAC. So since we are from the Development Academy of the Philippines, which is the main implementing body of Project Sparta, we know that the Development Academy of the Philippines is well known for its goal of empowering leaders and strengthening institutions, specifically to its graduate school of public and development management, and to its programs that support our local government units and and national government agencies. Furthermore, there is a goal that Development Academy of the Philippines would like to significantly contribute in making the Philippines to have a more data literate workforce. And this is why the Development Academy of the Philippines is implementing Project Sparta. So what is the rationale behind Project Sparta? Of course, there are a lot of studies today that there is a need of a more data literate workforce in the Philippines. And the reason why Project Sparta is being conceptualized and implemented, it's because of this need. And in order for us to practice this need of having a more data literate workforce here in the Philippines, we need to have these DSA ready data sets. So with this one, we are partnering with different organizations, whether that is an academic institution, national government agency, private company. Again, we are acquiring data sets from them, which we can utilize in producing research and development outputs. And this is why we are implementing Project Sparta. Project Sparta has two components. The first one is knowledge democratization, and the next one is the activation and engagement. The focus of my discussion this afternoon will be on knowledge democratization, because we know that Project Sparta is offering massive open online courses on data science and analytics. Furthermore, the activation and engagement focuses on the conduct of events and researches which are anchored on data science and analytics, which are being promoted to the current and prospective learners of Project Sparta. So here are the objectives of the knowledge democratization component of Project Sparta. Number one is to create or jointly develop localized massive open online courses on data science and analytics, which are being offered for free to the general public for as long as they are qualified. Second is to train. We need to graduate 30,000 learners on the 6 learning pathways in data science and analytics. And third is to sustain or to institutionalize Project Sparta courses as course offerings or creditable units to higher degree programs. So Project Sparta has a total of 30 massive open online courses related to data science and analytics. And we also have a one bonus course from a partnership from the Presidential Communications Operations Office, Freedom of Information. So we know that Project Sparta, it is being promoted that Project Sparta courses are all absolutely free. But before a learner or an interested learner to become a Project Sparta scholar, he or she, okay, or that person has to select which learning pathway is he or she taking. So what is a learning pathway? It's like a learning track that we have in senior high school. So before you start taking data science and analytics courses, we have to check which learning pathway is relevant, okay, or something that you are interested about. So Project Sparta offers 6 different pathways from data associate to data scientist. And as you can see on the presentation, there are a number of courses that you are required to take and 1 capstone project to finish in order for you to get a certificate of completion for the whole pathway or graduation certificate. So now I will be discussing each pathway. I will be discussing in each pathway. Number 1 is the data associate pathway. The data associate pathway is the most basic or the basic learning pathway that we offer, which is very much open to non-IT, non-computer science, or non-science people who are practicing professionally as well, and even to the students. So with this one, this is considered as entry level or no domain expertise. So there are a lot of Sparta learners who have taken data associate pathway, considering that they do not have that extensive background on data science and analytics, and maybe their educational background is not directly related to data science and analytics or IT, computer science, or even in statistics. So we are highly recommending the data associate pathway for the beginners. The second Sparta pathway is the data steward pathway. With this one, the role of the data steward ensures data usage complies with policies and regulations. We know that in different organizations, we have our data privacy officers. That person checks if all our documents, all our communications are compliant with the Data Privacy Act of 2012. Furthermore, we are also checking if all these processes or all these regulations that we have are not or are aligned with the Data Privacy Act. So for those who are practicing as data privacy officer, data security officer, data governance manager, data curator, or data librarian, we are highly suggesting for them to take the data steward pathway. Furthermore, according to our discussion with the Analytics Association of the Philippines, it is also highly recommended by the Development Academy of the Philippines for those who are government employees, since they are working with a lot of volume of data, to take the data steward pathway. The third pathway that the Project Sparta offers is the data analyst pathway. We know that in different organizations, in different universities or companies, we do have different offices or departments which have different functions. And in order for us to come up with such decisions in our organizations, it is also important that we utilize data science and analytics. And if you are working in these departments in our organizations, such as the research analysts or research officers, human resources analyst, marketing analyst, financial management, or operations management officers, again, we are highly recommending the data analyst pathway. So with this one, all the courses available in the data steward and the data analyst pathways are already completed a few months ago. So everyone who wish to start and finish all the courses to become a data steward or a data analyst, you may start and taking all the courses and finish it as soon as possible. Then for the data associate pathway, it is almost complete and it will be finished within the year. So these are the first three pathways of Project Sparta. The next pathway that I'm going to discuss is the analytics manager. It is also already a complete pathway wherein you can already take all the available courses and all the available electives, which are available or which are required in this pathway. So we know that in project management, or of course, there are universities, companies who handle projects, and of course, through this project, it is important for us to observe the project management cycle, starting from the project initiation, project planning, project implementation, up to the project closing. And through this process, it is also important. It is also highly recommended that we utilize data science and analytics. And if the nature of your work, if the nature of your interest has something to do with project management or management in general, we are highly suggesting for them to take the analytics manager pathway. So for those who are practicing as project managers, chief data officer, data science manager, or analytics translator, we are highly again suggesting the analytics manager. The next pathways that I'm going to discuss to you are the data engineer and the data scientist pathways. With this one, or with these two pathways, these are considered probably the advanced pathways of Project Sparta, wherein it requires highly technical knowledge and skills on information technology and statistics. So the fifth Sparta pathway is the data engineer pathway. So the data engineer designs, constructs, tests, and maintains data infrastructures, including applications that extract, clean, transform, and clean data or load data. So this pathway is highly suggested for those who have extensive background on information technology or computer science, or for those professionals who are practicing as software engineers, data architect, or some data warehousing professionals. So with this one, medyo marami po tayong courses na kailangan i-take, but then again, this is more technical and more relevant for those who are really practicing as data engineers or the above or the below mentioned. The last and the most advanced pathway of Project Sparta is the data scientist pathway. With this one, we know that the data scientist analyzes and models data to find actionable insights. And these are highly recommended, or this pathway is highly recommended for those who have background in statistics or statistical modeling. So ito na po yung pinaka-advanced namin, and this can be taken as well but by our professionals or young professionals who are practicing as information technology officers, computer science graduates. You may also, or they may also take the data scientist pathway. So these are the 6 learning pathways that a learner should also should consider first, no, before enrolling at Project Sparta, because this will determine on how many courses, okay, that you need to take before finishing a learning track. Okay, and each course you will be receiving a certificate of completion of that particular course. And after finishing all the courses required in your learning pathway, and once you finish your capstone project, you will also be we will also be sending you a graduate certificate. And furthermore, we are also conducting recognition ceremonies, and we will also invite you to that event. So next is, these are the Apec analytics competencies. If you notice, these enumerated competencies from Apec have something to do with, number 1, with business and organizational skills. Then the rest have something to do with the technical skills. And lastly, about some soft skills that we need to learn in in different organizations. And all these competencies from Apec are being addressed, are being covered in all the Sparta pathways that the Development Academy of the Philippines offers to the general public. Next, how is it, or what are the eligibility of or to become a Project Sparta scholar? Number 1 is you need to be a Filipino citizen. You must be permanently residing or currently based in the Philippines. At least be a senior high school student with or without prior knowledge on data science. So since we are offering these to students, with whether or to professionals, whether they have a background or extensive background on data science and analytics, information technology, again, this is also this can be also be accessed by our general public. So ayun po, it can be available naman po for, and sa mga yung mga wala pong prior knowledge on data science and analytics, definitely we have that pathway which I discussed earlier, the data associate pathway, for them to take. So we also have some control mechanisms for monitoring purposes and to also monitor our number of scholars that we need to have. So when you enroll a certain pathway, let's say, for example, that you enroll the data associate pathway and you are required to take 6 courses. So once you have taken the first course, let's say, for example, that you will be taking a particular course required in that pathway. Once you started it, the 6-month course access will start. Okay, it does not necessarily na 6 month lang po matitake yung buong scholarship. Hindi naman po. The whole project, the whole pathways are available until November 2022, November 14, 2022. And yung 6-month access po is yung sa bawat course lang po. Kaya po once you landed as a scholar, again, wag po natin pagsabay-sabayin yung pag-take ng lahat ng courses. So let's say if for example that you are enrolled in the data associate pathway, pa-isa-isa lang po natin siyang take hanggang matapos po natin para po hindi umaandar or hindi umaandar po yung ating 6-month course access. So once that we found out that there is a 3-month inactivity of the scholarship, again, we might be revocating your scholarship and might offer these to other scholars. But of course, just in case that there is a 3-month inactivity and you are still interested to, to continue your scholarship with Project Sparta, of course, we do have reconsiderations. For us, there is a process on that. You just need to send an email to sparta@dap.edu.ph or at spartarecon@dap.edu.ph just in case that you would like to continue and kung medyo kumbaga natagalan po tayo sa pagtapos ng course. So we have that as well as one of our control mechanisms. So there, that is my discussion about the knowledge democratization component of Project Sparta. Again, I would like to reiterate that this scholarship is absolutely free. And for Holy Name University, we initially agreed to have 300 endorsed learners from its faculty members, students, and other stakeholders. So next, the next component of Project Sparta is the activation and engagement objective. So this is more focused on the promotions of the programs and utilization of the research and development component of Project Sparta. So number 1 is we have the Smart Governance Portal. So this is the framework that we use in the Project Sparta Smart Governance Portal or its website at www.sparta.dap.edu.ph, wherein this serves as the central platform or the central information site about Project Sparta. So aside from all the courses, aside from all the pathways that we are offering, all of these are stored in this website. And aside from that, we are also placing here all the data sets that we acquire from our local government and NGA partners, which will be utilized in the hackathon competitions that we organize. So with that, with this Smart and Governance R&D platform, nakukuha po natin dito yung mga data natin that we can use or that we can utilize in developing mga data dashboards po natin, research and development outputs such as mobile applications, websites, dashboards, and they can join the Sparta Hackathon and Open Data Challenge. So we will be launching hackathons and Open Data Challenge next year. We have 2 more sets, which are the beneficiaries are the Arcawayan City and Iloilo City as our LGU partners. So these are the LGU workshops that we conducted for us to know more about the challenges that the local government units experience and for us to utilize their data sets and helping them out on these challenges through the research and development outputs which are being produced in Project Sparta. So these are some screenshots of our open data portal, but we are still on the process of improving its user interface. But again, all the data, all the information about Project Sparta are already published on our website. So this is the hackathon portal that we have. So nandito po lahat yung mga challenges that are being addressed in our local government units or from our local government units. So ito po yung aming open data portal. So as of now po, we already have a total of 27 institutional partners, and we are very much happy that one of the academic institutions that we are partnered with is Holy Name University, and we are looking forward to the nominations of the 300 scholars, though hindi naman po ito biglaan, no, kahit paunti-unti po tayo kada month until we achieve the 300 free slots allotted for Holy Name University. So this is the partnership framework that we use. So the number one is the allotment of scholarship slots. So with this one, as mentioned, as mentioned, there are 300 slots allocated for Holy Name Universities. And aside from that, we are also open for, if you would like to share the open data sets that you have in the university. And this is something that we can also look forward to. And lastly is the integration of SPARTA courses. So with this one, I would also like to put emphasis on the integration of SPARTA courses, because there is also one university from Luzon that we are partnering with, wherein they integrated the SPARTA courses in their course elective. So these are po yung mga ICT courses po nila doon sa university, and meron po silang mga course electives, and doon po nilagay, no, ng mga professors nila or ng college nila yung mga SPARTA courses that the students need or require or are required to take. And of course, once we all have these partnership initiatives, definitely it will promote professional growth among our stakeholders, among our students and faculty members, career development to the employees of the university, and definitely to foster a data literate workforce, which we can contribute significantly to the goal, not only of the development of the Academy of the Philippines, but the goal of the Philippine government in general. And lastly is to promote a smart mechanism wherein we can integrate, we can always utilize all the knowledge and skills that we learned from the Project SPARTA on data science and analytics, on how to make our work more effective and more efficient through innovative technologies. So there, that talks about the activation and engagement component of Project SPARTA. Now, allow me to orient you on the scholarship application process of SPARTA. So SPARTA HNU partnership, so 300 scholarship slot for the students, faculty, and staff and alumni. So the nomination workflow is the HNU collaborator. So bali po yung focal person po natin, let's say si Miss Vera po. Si Miss Vera po yung magko-collate po ng ating mga names or ng mga information po ng mga ino-nominate po nating scholar. So we have an template for that po, which I think was already sent by our partnerships associate to the university para po doon sa list ng scholars natin. And then later on, I'll also have that list po, which wherein our participants in our Facebook Live could access so that they can signify their interest to enroll in Project SPARTA. So once that list is already final or somehow kahit working pa lang naman po, we can already endorse these learners to the Project SPARTA or sa amin po specifically to the partnership component. And I think the focal person po from our end is Mr. Daniel Rosero. So Ms. Vera can also can forward that list or that Excel file to Project SPARTA. Then, after that, i-endorse po namin siya sa course bank. Kasi po, lahat ng courses natin, and yung pag-enroll na po ng pathway, and lahat po ng mga courses po na yun, ay sa course bank po natin siya iti-take. So, coursebank.ph. So, ito po yung ating endorsement template that we have sent or that we will share to you na kung saan we need to input po yung mga details. So medyo careful lang po din kami of sending this one. Kumbaga minsan we'll just need to centralize it, let's say doon sa focal person or let's say kay Miss Vera, kay Ma'am Vera, para po protect din po natin yung mga information available po ng ating mga endorsed or nominated scholars. So ayun po. So as mentioned, ito po yung magiging flow of nomination po sa mga HNU collaborate, or let's say po, each college of the Holy Name University will be endorsing some faculty members and some students to become Sparta scholars. So all these collaborators have to communicate with the Sparta focal person to collate po lahat ng information needed based po doon sa template natin. And once HNU has finalized or has the initial list, they can endorse these nominated scholars to Project Sparta. Then we will be the one to endorse it to Course Bank, and Course Bank will be sending all these endorsed scholars with a welcome email. So sesendan po sila ng welcome email and instructions on how they are going to create accounts and to start taking the Sparta courses. So with this one po, so once po na natanggap po natin yung ating welcome email, the number one thing that they need to do is to create an account at CourseBank. Okay, so punta po tayo sa coursebank.ph and mag-create po muna tayo ng account. So kumbaga account po muna ito sa mismong CourseBank or doon sa mismong website po. So once that you have created your account, you need to, of course, read the terms and conditions, or the terms and services and the honor code of the Project Sparta. So once that you done creating it, so of course you have to click create my course bank account. So once na-fill out nyo na po and nabasa nyo na po yung mga terms and conditions, kapag ka-click nyo po ng create my course bank account, makaka-receive po kayo ng nomination, makaka-receive po kayo ng email from CourseBank. Okay? So once po na naka-receive na kayo ng email sa CourseBank, you need to activate your account. Again, this is only the activation of your CourseBank account. Wala pa po si Project Sparta dito. So again, I discussed that we need to create a CourseBank account. After that, so once you created that account, you need to verify through your email. So all you need to do is just to click the link sent by CourseBank. So once that you already verified your account or your CourseBank account, it is now time to apply for the Sparta scholarship. So dito pa lang po pumapasok ang Project Sparta. So all you need to do is to click apply now. Okay. And ayan po yung ating eligibility, as I mentioned kanina. So once you created yung apply now po, ayan po makikita naman po natin sa CourseBank, may special tab po siya sa taas. Nandyan po yung Project Sparta. So again, mag-click po natin yung apply now. Then you need to register to become a Sparta scholar. So again, may dalawa po tayong registration. The first one is the registration po sa CourseBank website. Then after that, pag okay na po yung account natin, na-verify na po natin through email sa CourseBank website po, mag-create na po tayo and mag-register na po tayo to become a Sparta scholar. So ito po yung lalabas once you click apply now. So dito, it requires you to send a proof of education. So with this one po, yung mga TOR po natin, diploma, or registration form, since we are also accepting mga senior high school students. So if currently they are still studying as senior high school students, yung kanilang registration form is also accepted. Okay po. So ayun po, then you just need to agree with that one and you confirm that you are a Filipino citizen residing in the Philippines. Again, this is strictly not allowed. Paid po kasi kapag mga foreigners. Pero kapag Filipino citizens naman po, again, absolutely free po ito. So, yun po. Ito po yung mga documentary requirements na kailangan. So, isa lang po dito. Then, you need to submit it. So, ayun po. Then, sir, what if, let's say, graduate naman ako, let's say, ng information technology, but however, wala akong copy ng aking TOR or ng diploma. In case of our partners po, the Holy Name University can send a certification to that learner na mag-proceed po sa kanyang scholarship and kumbaga graduate, kumbaga i-proof na nagtatrabaho po siya and graduate po siya ng college. So just a certification lang po from Holy Name University. The course bank or course bank will accept that po for as long as endorsed po ito from our partner institution. So there. So once you have submitted your document, you have to fill out the application form completely. So maliban po doon sa pag-submit ninyo ng mga documentary requirements, mayroon lang po tayong kailangang i-fill out the necessary information. Then after that, successful na po yung magiging registration nyo to the Project SPARTA Scholarship. So after that, you just need to view your SPARTA profile now kapag successful po yung naging registration natin. So with this one, dito na po natin pagdedesisyonan. Once na na-create na po natin yung SPARTA account po natin, kapag naka-register na tayo as a SPARTA Scholar, kinakailangan na po natin ngayon pag-isipan kung anong learning track or learning pathway ang ititake po natin sa Project SPARTA. That is why po I discussed earlier yung mga Project SPARTA pathways natin that we are offering. So, the next step, ayan po, is to apply for a learning pathway. So kapag kinlik nyo po yung inyong SPARTA profile, ayan po, you need to go to SPARTA profile and pumili na po kayo ng inyong learning pathway. So ayan po. So pag kinlik nyo po yung inyong SPARTA profile, you will be seeing this one po. So you need to apply for a pathway. Okay, you need to apply for a pathway. So pagka-click nyo po, makikita nyo po lahat ngayon yung mga available pathways that the Project SPARTA offers. So, ayan po, you need to confirm and you have to think po, no? You have to really think about what SPARTA pathway that you could choose. Kasi po, pwede naman po magpalit ng pathway pero may process po doon na kailangan pa po natin i-email ang SPARTA. Kami po, kailangan nyo po kaming i-email for you to change po your pathway. Kaya po, pag-isipan po natin yung maigi yung ating pathway na pipiliin. Kasi medyo time-consuming din, no? Kapag yung mas mabigat na pathway po yung pipiliin po natin. And yung mga data associate po, mas okay po yun. Consider it na, again, onti lang po yung courses and mas ano po ito, kumbaga mas less yung pag-advance. Pero of course, for sure, in the university, there are a lot of faculty members and students who are, more advanced or who have extensive knowledge on IT. And yun po, medyo doon po sila sa data scientist and data engineer pathways. So once po na nakapag-apply na po kayo ng inyong pathway, kailangan lang po natin maghintay ng 3 to 5 days para po ma-approve yung inyong enrollment po doon sa specific pathway po na napili ninyo. So you will be notified naman po through your registered email address if approved na po yung inyong application. So usually naman po nagagawa na po, na-approve na po ng course bank in 3 days po or ma-approve po yung inyong application. So next po is yung enrollment codes. Kapag po na-approve na yung inyong application doon sa inyong learning pathway, i-issuehan po namin kayo ng inyong mga enrollment codes. So, ito pong mga enrollment codes na ito, dito po kasi, kumbaga, ito po yung magagamitin natin para makuha po natin yung course for free. Okay? So, ayun po. So, you have to use codes to upgrade to verified. Kailangan po kasi natin i-upgrade to verified. So, let's say, for example, di ba po, nakita na po natin yung courses dito. You just need to view the course. Tapos po, pag binigyan na, of course, makakakita na po kayo ng codes nyo doon. So, kailangan nyo po mag-upgrade to verified. Again, kailangan nyo po mag-upgrade to verified para free ninyo po matitake yung course. So, once po na naklik nyo yung upgrade verified, ayan po. Meron po dito add coupon na kung saan doon po kanina, di ba, pinakita na po or binigay na po sa inyo once na na-approve na, i-paste nyo lang po dito yung inyong coupon code, then apply, then you have to place order. So, ibig sabihin po that you have a free scholarship po. So, yun. So, each course po, meron po yung coupon codes. Okay, para po ma-verify po kayo. So, you just need to place order po and definitely wala po kayong babayaran. So, ayun po. Then, thank you. Mayroon na pong confirmation that your order is complete. So, ayun po. Ito po yung aming foundational course na kung saan common po lahat siya sa lahat ng pathways po natin. And ito po yung highly recommending. Kumbaga, ito po yung pinakaunang kailangang i-take na course no, ng lahat po ng learners, which is yung SP 101, yung Getting Grounded on Analytics. So just to give you a recap po, number 1 is kailangan natin mag-register and create an account at CourseBank. I-activate po natin yung account natin through our emails. Then after that po, mag-apply po tayo sa Project SPARTA Scholarship and submit po natin yung documentary requirements. After that po, mag-a-apply po tayo sa learning pathway po na napili natin. After that po, pag na-approve na po yung ating application doon sa learning pathway po natin, meron pong ipapadala sa atin ng mga course codes para po makapag-upgrade tayo to a verified learner po para ma-access po natin lahat ng courses for absolutely free po. So, yun po yung aking recap on the application process. So, just give me a few seconds po. Ayan, sorry po. So, next is, ayan po, you have to, if you are, in case po that you are already interested, I hope somehow po na-persuade ko po kayo to enroll at Project Sparta, considering po the competencies that we can offer to you on how we can improve your knowledge and skills on data science and analytics. You may scan the QR code or proceed to this shortened link po. So, ayun lang po. You may also send us your queries through these channels that we have. We are also conducting events, webinars on data science and analytics that would make you more interested about this. So ayan po, you please do like us on these pages po, Project Sparta PH. Maraming salamat po for your time to listen to me po. In case po that you have questions po, feel free to ask. Salamat po and magandang hapon.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're
Nico.
welcome po, Ma'am Vera.
Okay, let me add pin, and let me. I'm very grateful that you have really presented all that this afternoon. For a while, we had a hard time, like figuring out the best way to do this in HNU. We've already the president already signified his interest, and we already went through that ceremonial signing of the MOU. And but right now, Ms. Jer, am I correct? We're already clear on sort of on how to go about this process. So I'd like to welcome the members of the technical working group, the ad hoc committee that was formed by the VPAA to suggest the ways or the mechanism by which we can proceed with the project in HNU. So let me welcome to the panel Professor Jer again, the head of the BS Ed and the BPED programs of the College of Education. We have Mr. Remark Montalban of the College of Business and Accountancy. We have Vincent Hadjiron of the CIRM Resource Management Center for Information and Management Office. We have Mark Morris Kabahog, if you can show yourself, from the College of Arts and Sciences. And we have, who else is? We are supposed to be joined by another professor from COEX and another one from the College of Health Sciences, but they cannot join us. So, and Keith is also here from Project Sparta. So we'll proceed with the question and answer. By the way, we are live on our Facebook page, and we have some questions here from the audience, I believe, and they're welcome also to type their queries or their comments in the chat of the Facebook page. But here, we'll start with TWG. Okay, so Miss Jer, you had a question?
There. Let me check first the website. I have some questions which came from my exploration last time. The others may proceed.
Okay. So just to give everyone here in the TWG, the ad hoc, the coordination with Project SPARTA of DAP started in May, sometime in May. The head of, I believe the vice president, Nico, is a very own graduate, Dr. Alan Cajes from Batuan, Bohol, and he is a CAS graduate of Holy Name University, and he started the ball rolling. And so we had a coordination meeting sometime in June, actually June 30, with Father President and then several people of HNU, Dr. Pabalan, Miss Ami, and then the Father President signified his interest to enter into an MOU. So on was that August 26th, was the ceremonial signing of the MOU. And then we had several coordination meetings with Sparta. And today, given that this is the team that has been appointed to propose to the academic council how we proceed with this, whether we'll make these electives or and so on and so forth. So that's why we thought of making this event today also live for the students, faculty, and staff, but also for the TWG to be oriented on the whole project. So we already have 300 slots. Our steps to take is to recommend ways how to go about that in HNU. And so this is the think tanks, Bale, of Project Sparta in HNU. So are there any questions up to this point? So most likely each college, because each college is represented by the TWG, can think about or propose the teachers or the students, the alumni that can join the project and then can recommend and so on. But how to go about that is what we are tasked to do. Okay, Miss Jer, Professor Jer.
This question
You
is
have the
for
virtual floor.
Okay. Sir Nico, tinignan ko kasi yung website ng Sparta. Tapos, it's good that it has, well, not really detailed, but details of what we are going to learn. For example, I'll get into, this leads me to Sparta, and it has the pathways. So if I'll click on data scientist, okay, it will lead me to this one, a page that describes what will happen to the scholar if ever they finish that, and a list of competencies that the scholar will be trained on. But I cannot see the prerequisites. Do we have a list? For example, if you are to take the pathway on data scientist, you have to have a background on coding or statistics up to inferential stat or something like that.
Yes po. Doon po sa prerequisites, it's actually parang we are leaving that po to our partner in which, or to the scholars po, in which pathway po talaga is really relevant to our learner. Furthermore po, doon sa prerequisites naman po natin in taking the courses, ang pinaka prerequisite lang po natin that the scholar is or that the scholar needs to take is the SP 101, the getting grounded on analytics. Then the rest of the courses po can be taken in any order po.
Okay. I think I was not clear. By prerequisite, I'm not talking of formal prerequisites.
Yes.
Like, what are the prerequisite knowledge that I should have to be able to take this pathway?
Yes po. With that one po, ma'am, bali, we don't have the specific prerequisites po, no? Like yung required knowledge and skills po. Talagang it's really more of the assessment po of the scholars, and yun po yung um, pinapublish po namin or pinopromote namin is really the data associate pathway po, is really for those who have little to no knowledge on data science and analytics. Then mas technical po talaga, like yung may background or comprehensive background na po sa IT and information technology and statistics po, yung mas advanced po nating mga pathways, which are the data scientist and data engineer pathways po. While yung analytics manager naman po, for those who are practicing po sa mga project management, mga humahawak po ng ating mga project or yung mga nagmamanage po ng teams. While yung data analyst naman po, if yung nature po ng work natin, let's say mas pumapasok po sa mga functions po natin sa organization, let's say sa mga human resources po, financial management, operations management po, mas nire-recommend po namin yung data analyst. But yung to be specific po, like we have the list, we don't have it po kasi mas binibigay po namin yung freedom to the learners. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that. Is it safe to say that anything more advanced than data associate needs a knowledge on coding?
With that po, with the coding, I am not really sure about it po, pero yung mas advanced po, mas kinakailangan po talaga yung coding. Yes.
So,
Which is
okay.
the data engineer and
Data
the
science.
data scientist. Okay.
Okay, sige, I have now ideas. Next question, Ma'am Ver. Can I have my next question?
Sure. Please
Is
go ahead.
it okay if a scholar will take two pathways? Is that possible? Like they're done with data associate for like 3 months, just as an example, and then they would like to pursue more advanced pathway. Is that possible?
Yes, but that is possible. But the scholar po has to finish first yung una pong
Yes,
pathway.
yes.
Kapag natapos na po niya yung, let's say for example, data associate pathway, and that person intends to take another pathway, pwede po yun. And makikredit po kasi may mga common courses po sila. Let's say for example, data associate pathway and data steward, may mga common courses po sila. So pag na-take niya na po yung mga courses sa data associate, onti na lang po yung iti-take niya to get the data steward pathway po.
But they should be within the time until November 2022, right?
Yes po, opo.
Okay, so if they are to take another pathway, a more advanced one at that, they still have to go through the application and everything else.
Yes po.
Okay. Sige. So for that,
You now
those
have
are
an idea of Miss Jer, of which faculty and students would
actually
okay, let's
of where I
proceed.
will go.
You and me. Yes, that's a good thank you for that. Okay,
Those are the very
Sir
personal
Remark, you have any questions or you have for yourself and for other faculty and for your students, you have some clarifications or questions for Sir Nico?
This actually is data analytics actually is a very important and relevant topic, especially for those who are taking business courses. In fact, in our profession right now, we are using data analytics as a tool in the performance of our work. Although I have mentioned that this is a very relevant one to our profession, I would like to solicit the statement from the horse's mouth from Sir Nico on what makes data analytics interesting, especially for business students. Para po ma-entice yung aming mga students, even our faculty members to become part of SPARTA. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that question, sir. I think the number one thing that we always say to our students, to our stakeholders is data science and analytics is something that we can practice, something that we can, we can improve our knowledge and skills. Na kung saan po lahat po na magigain natin can be utilized in, of course, in the betterment of our respective organizations or universities. And furthermore, yung practice na po kasi nito is maaari po natin gamitin yung knowledge and skills natin sa data science and analytics for us to produce research and development outputs that could address the challenges or the problems that we have in our society po.
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Let's
You have mentioned that anybody, no, faculty members or students can enroll this particular course.
Yes po.
In as far as Sparta is concerned, sir, what can you recommend? What course can you recommend, or what do you call that? What area can you recommend for business people to enroll, as part of your program?
Okay po. The number one pathway that I could recommend is the data associate pathway. But if they have, or these students, let's say, have taken such courses, let's say medyo na-take na po nila ang mga business analytics courses, or kung medyo may mga financial background po sila or mga statistical background po, maaari po nating i-recommend yung data analyst pathway po. So it's either data analyst po or data associate po.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Data analyst is not that advanced version of the other.
Yes, but it's not that advanced po,
Yeah,
sir.
for our students, but to choose, for example, it may not be difficult for them to adapt to the terminologies or the technicalities of that particular pathway.
Yes po, sir. Kasi po, if we're gonna look at what the number of courses which are required, sa data associate po, there are only 6 courses required, while the data analyst po, it requires 7 courses po. Then if ever po, sir, of course, I cannot fully discuss yung mga courses po, no? Yung mga description po ng each courses natin available per pathway. I'm not sure po if we have shared it, but I will share it, reshare na lang po ulit. Meron po kaming course catalog po, na kung sa lahat po ng course natin may mga description po sila, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. I just
You're
find
welcome.
one relevant method kasi we have to pattern also the competency of our students and those who are interested, so that when they are going to enroll in that pathway, they are more or less just have a basic knowledge on what they are trying to, what they're trying to acquire in that particular
Yes.
pathway. Thank you, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Sir Remark. Very valid, very important questions, especially as your dean has really signified, the interest, and we have to our team, this core has to sort of, like identify or recommend and do stuff like that for them to act on, and for our students and faculty to enroll in the different pathways. Sir, he's gone. Vincent, you have something to ask, or are you interested to enroll in any one of the programs, if I may ask, or
Yes, ma'am.
what program would you? Yes, please go ahead.
It's a very big help to the university, especially on the technology side. So I am very interested, no? And also I would like it to share it to our students, especially the data analytics, which is very, very important.
Miss Jer, if you have to, Miss Vincent and the rest, if you were to enroll, Vincent, if you were to enroll, what pathway would you use? And why? That's a Miss Universe question, Miss Jer.
That's okay.
Vincent will probably go to the data engineer and data scientist.
Yes, that's correct,
Ari,
ma'am. I would.
Ari rami sa data associate bitaw. Gusto ko ani
I
data
would like
analyst.
the data science. I'm just afraid of the coding.
We ask ka dapit na data scientist. Wow.
I can cover the
Well,
stat, but the
Oh.
coding, I think I have to learn that much.
Mm.
Oh.
Ikaw, Sir Remark, if you were to enroll, what pathway would you choose? Let me see your puning. manager, analytics manager, or data
Yeah,
analyst.
analyst ma'am is
Bitaw, no?
the most
Oh.
fitting to answer
Mm,
pathway for business people.
mm-mm. Or higher. On the among the other members would be the COEX, no, and then the CHS. Is Sir Maurice Kabahog still here? Wala na?
Ma'am Vera, if I may
Yes,
add po to the
yes, yes,
question of
please.
Ma'am
Go
Jari,
ahead.
I just confirmed with the team po. Yung data associate po requires like super basic po na coding kasi it has SQL po na course which is required. Data steward po walang coding and analytics manager. Then data engineer po, data analyst din po wala pong coding. Bali po ang merong advanced na coding po talaga is engineer and data scientist since it has Python po and SQL.
It's foreign
I know.
language. It's foreign language to me.
Yeah, say actually
Yes, but we have co-ex students. We have like others, the College of Education, College of Engineering and Computer Studies students who might also be interested. And we have for the CBA, the students also that might join. By the way, we are also joined by our senior high school students. We have the STEM track and the ICT, so they might also have questions. So if they do, they can ask that on Facebook. But let me just acknowledge the ones who are here from the on our Facebook page. Jerome Los Baños has joined and he has tagged Kim Jerome Los Baños. Mia Morales is here. Gelbert Berdera Ehok is also here. He said good afternoon. Jessica Rolana Domingo, good afternoon. Ken BJ Evangelista, good afternoon. Did I miss anyone? Are there others that I cannot read from my phone in Facebook? But anyway, the reason why we are doing this live is so that they can always go back and hopefully, like be interested even in as senior high school students or as our college students in the different courses that we have. Because anyway, this will be this live video will be in our Facebook page, and then we will be also uploading the video recording in our HNU YouTube channel, and the audio aired in our very own DYJR 106.5 FM. So we have these to spread the word not only to our faculty and staff, but also more importantly to our students and the alumni. A graduate school also, Miss Jer, probably no, might also be interested to enroll. Mr. Montalban, you have more questions? While we have our resource person here.
Yeah, I am excited, ma'am, to implement this one because this is actually very relevant to us. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, we can probably if we can probably start with the CBA and COEX and COED, and then have the others. Because anyway, Nico, we can start with like first 5 or first 10, and then move on to the next. If we can just recommend, like the really interested uh, enrollees, students or faculty and staff.
yes po.
Okay.
We're very much excited as well.
I hope I that the presentation this afternoon is really very important because it spells, like the steps that we need to go through to be able to really, like implement the and fully use or avail of the 300 scholarships. Miss Jer?
Yes. I really need to ask about computing because, as was suggested by Sir Nico a while ago, it would really be great to offer data associate, no? Because this is where a lot of our students may come in because there is no domain expertise. But as you have mentioned, they will be learning a little basic coding skills here. Are they still to learn, or is that something that they have to bring with them in this course?
This is something that they will learn po doon sa ating
So
course
they
po
will learn
kahit
this.
wala pa. Yes po. Opo.
Okay. So I should start at data associate.
Yes. Possible po. Ako din po.
Okay. Sige, sige.
I wish
Let's
that
start from there.
I wish that the co-ex rep or faculty are
Vince is here. Vince is
Huh?
from
Oh,
Coed.
yeah, Vince is here and Ray is probably also watching,
Yeah.
and they can
Coaching-
already
and coaching Sir Vince.
and they can
Oh,
already start
out to Sir
recommending. Shout out to Sir Ray. They can already start convincing or like listing down students that they can uh how do we call them that they can dili man na recommend but allow so ano na to pag term can vote or not vote, recommend or to enroll.
us to the to the TWG, to the
Yes.
technical work.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I have
Well,
clarification, ma'am. The scholarship, the 300 scholars of HNU, will that be good for example, I will be enrolling in one pathway. Can I still be able to acquire another scholarship if I am going to enroll another pathway to
And count it
advance
as one.
yeah. So
is that
for per student, you are only entitled to have one scholarship only out of the 300.
how do we answer that, Sir Nico?
Yes po. Hello po. Yes, sir. Bali po ngayon po kasi like we are giving you 300 slots. So let's say parang that is considering that we are going to have one pathway po in each scholar. But let's say for example, natapos niyo na po yung inyong pathway, then you intend to take another pathway. We are very much open po to open more slots po for Holy Name University.
So that's a distinct count.
Yes po.
Yes.
So for example,
Consider as one graduate po per pathway. So another count po sa amin yun as graduate if a person finished po 2 pathways.
and we need 300 graduates.
Yes po, for each.
Okay. Okay.
Nominate the I is the term I probably would use, no?
Yeah, I think that's a better word.
Okay, co-ex can nominate, or Vince can nominate, Ray can nominate, you can nominate, and so on, the students that can be enrolled. So probably, like top 10 or top 20, something like that, so that we can just start the ball rolling with, because we only have, like the appointment letter said within the school year. It says the university hopes to see progress in this partnership within the school year. Within the semester, not within the semester.
Within the school year, so we still have second sem.
Yes. Okay. And then
One is
also,
until November 2022, Ma'am Ver. So we
Mhm.
have to fast track this.
yes, yes, we should have done this earlier, but never mind. We are on the right track now, hopefully. Okay. So any more questions?
Last
Well,
question.
Yes, sir.
Last
Please.
question, Nate. How long is each pathway be taken by each student?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yes po. Well, number one po, it depends on the pacing po ng student. But ideally po, yung isang pathway, let's say the data associate pathway, it takes po 6 to 7 months to take. Pero if mabilis naman po yung student, each course po can be taken in 3 weeks or less po.
Pang-enroll ta.
Let's start with data associate lagi.
Mm.
We really
Yeah.
need that. Really, we really
Mm.
need that. There's a lot of opportunities even within the campus for that.
Mm-mm. Okay. And then I think this core, this team can also recommend whether whether this can be an elective or this can be a however we will do that, into the integration of the courses in the curriculum. I have a question. Nico. May I know how the other universities were doing it with the scholarships?
Okay po. Aside from the scholarship nomination that they are nominating their faculty members and employees po. Nagkaroon po sila ng course integration. Doon po sa course integration po nila, doon po sa, di ba, we have the list of the courses that we have. Bali, pumili lang po sila doon ng mga courses which they think are relevant, let's say, to the degree program na doon po sa students. So naka-program po sa kanila yon that the students are only required to take these courses doon po sa kanilang degree program. Let's say for this semester, may number of courses lang po sila that they need to take po na naka-anchor po or naka-anchor po sa kanilang course selectives.
So that's still part of the scholarships.
That's part of that is still counted po. Yung number of students who will learning these courses po are still counted po doon sa number of slots po natin.
Okay.
Even if they don't finish the pathway?
Yes po, kasi for as long as na-agree po tayo, let's say for example, they are taking 5 courses lang po for this pathway. Pag natapos po nila, they will be considered po as graduates.
Oh.
But it has to be parang it has to be consulted with us po kasi with that university, that is Bulacan State University po kasi, they have submitted to us po their training implementation plan. So talagang may naka-program po na courses for their students na kailangan pong i-take. Then that is still for approval po ng aming curriculum team.
Okay.
Sige.
It's good to know.
Yes.
Po. I am not sure po if we can share to you po yung training implementation plan ng Bulacan State University, but we will ask permission po so that's
Yes.
something that you could explore po and that could be applied po sa curriculum integration po natin. I'll ask our partnership associate po.
Yes, please
Will
do
do
so
po.
that we have a firm, like we have choices, or we can do this, we can do that, we can, as we move forward in this partnership.
Yes po, will do po, Ma'am Vera. I-message ko po agad si Dean.
Sige. Any more questions from the group? Yes,
Ma'am Ver?
ma'am. Yes, Ma'am Jer.
Is our line of communication to Sparta through Sir Nico? I mean, during our brainstorming meetings, and then we have some questions which we cannot answer because it's technical in the aspect of Sparta. Is it easy to communicate with them?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. The whole team is able to address, really respond quickly. Just a phone call or a text away. Yes. Even with this event today, it was just, easy to organize. Okay, any more? Because I hope that the TWG can convene before the break, the Christmas break, so that we can, when we come back, in January, bitaw, it's only Zoom, Ma'am Jer. Convening in Zoom. Anyway. Okay. Any more last questions? Did anyone ask here in no questions on Facebook, but we promise our audience, our live audience, that should there be questions, we will check every now and then the Facebook page and answer as we move along. Okay, our this live broadcast is in the Holy Name University official Facebook page forever. And then again, the video recording will be uploaded in our YouTube channel. Our audio will be in DYJR. Follow us on Facebook. Our Twitter is HNU Bohol. Our Instagram is Holy Name University. If you have questions, feel free to email marketing@hnu.edu.ph or info@hnu.edu.ph. Sir Nico flash the contacts of Project Sparta. That's on Facebook. Would you like to repeat that, Sir Nico? I think it's Project
Yes.
Sparta.
Yes, for sure po. We are very much responsive po sa aming Facebook page. You may message anytime just in case po that you have any questions po. We're very much willing to answer po. And in case po na medyo mahaba po yung ating query, you may also send us an email. We are answering po in no less than 24 hours. Maraming salamat po.
Okay. So with that, we thank everyone for joining us, especially Sir Nico. Our thanks to everyone at Project Sparta, especially Dr. Alan Cajes and Mr. Rosero, and the rest of the members, Rhea and everyone in Project Sparta. We hope to see you again in other activities such as your hackathons and all that also in HNU. And for the rest of the audience, please join us in the next episodes of In Focus on Wednesday. We have on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 29:30 and December 1, we are hosting the ADHICA 32nd National Conference here in our Facebook page and the ADHICA page. That's Holy Name University. And on the first, we have an important event, which is the groundbreaking of the Holy Name University Chapel. So that with that, we close and we say thank you to our viewers, our followers. Thank you, everyone. And then let me